There are moments in history where the greatest acts of humanity rise above the darkness of despair. One such moment unfolded in the heart of a Nazi concentration camp, where a man's unshakable faith and selfless love saved the life of another. This is the extraordinary story of Saint Maximilian Kolbe. It's 1941. Europe is under the iron grip of Nazi oppression, and the horrors of World War II are unfolding across the continent. In Poland, a Franciscan friar named Maximilian Kolbe is arrested by the Nazis. His crime? Spreading a message of peace and love and standing strong in his Catholic faith. He is sent to the infamous Auschwitz concentration camp, where life has become a brutal struggle for survival. But Maximilian's story is about to take a turn that would define him as one of history's greatest martyrs. It was August of 1941 when tragedy struck the camp. A prisoner managed to escape, and in the twisted logic of the Nazi regime, the punishment was collective. The Nazis selected 10 men to be starved to death in a dark, windowless bunker as a means of terror and control. Among those selected was a man named Franciszek Gajowniczek. He was a family man, a husband and father, and as he was led to his fate, he cried out in despair, his voice trembling with fear. "My wife, my children, I'll never see them again." The horror of it all was too much for him to bear. And then, something unexpected happened. Maximilian Kolbe, a man who had already endured so much, stepped forward. Without hesitation, without any fear for his own life, he spoke to the guards, "I will take his place." In that moment, Maximilian didn't see a stranger in need. He saw a brother in Christ, a man who was desperate, a man who deserved to live. He knew the danger he was walking into, but his faith was stronger than the fear of death. He didn't just offer his life for another. He chose to lay it down, embodying the very essence of Christ's sacrifice on the cross. Maximilian Kolbe was taken with the other 9 men to a small, pitch-black starvation bunker, where the days seemed to stretch on endlessly. They were left to perish slowly, in agony, with only water to sustain them. But amidst the suffering, Kolbe did something extraordinary. He remained calm, serene even. He comforted his fellow prisoners, praying with them, singing hymns, offering them peace. Maximilian, a man who had devoted his life to bringing people closer to God, now had an even more profound mission: to bring hope in the face of death. His kindness and courage were so powerful that even in the darkest of places he radiated light. Days passed and the 9 men grew weaker. But Kolbe didn't give up. His faith never wavered. He continued to pray with his companions. He refused to give in to despair. Finally, after 2 weeks of suffering, the guards couldn't bear to watch any longer. They decided to end it quickly, and Maximilian Kolbe was executed by lethal injection. Maximilian Kolbe's life was cut short, but the legacy he left behind was immeasurable. His willingness to give his life for another man, a stranger, is a shining example of what it means to love unconditionally. He gave everything, his body, his time, his comfort, so that someone else could live. And in doing so, he became a living testament to the very words of Christ. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Franciszek Gajowniczek, the man whose life Kolbe saved, survived Auschwitz. He went on to tell the story of Maximilian's courage and sacrifice for the rest of his life, honoring the man who saved him. Kolbe's story didn't end in that cold, dark bunker. It lived on in the hearts of millions, inspiring countless others to follow in his footsteps. In 1982, Pope John Paul II canonized Maximilian Kolbe as a saint, calling him a martyr of charity, Today he is remembered not only as a saint of the Catholic Church, but as a symbol of ultimate selflessness, a man whose love knew no bounds, even in the face of death. May we all strive to live with the same courage, love and faith that Saint Maximilian Kolbe displayed in the darkest days of history. His legacy lives on not just in the hearts of those who knew him, but in each of us, if we choose to love as he did. Thank you for watching. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And leave a comment below to share how Saint Maximilian Kolbe's life has touched you.